Yeah, fellows, welcome to the show. On my forum, someone posted a video titled That Weak Man's Word about no jacking off, no FAP. I don't want to say a nerd word or a weak word. I use the real word, no jacking off, in relation to building your charisma. And it was basically plagiarization of everything that I put out, but the fellow did a good job of presenting the information. If you guys become more aware and more in tune to how people react to you, you'll then realize that you actually do give off a certain vibration, like when you walk into a room. Some of you guys are set at neutral, and that's why people don't notice you. With my friend Craig, his was set on extreme neutral to mask himself. And I would meet girls and they would have no idea that he was standing right next to me. So when you become aware of how people are reacting to you, if it's negative, then your vibration is set on repel. Okay? People with confidence, they will have a higher vibration than someone who is a downer. You know, some people with confidence, they're always happy. They feel good to be around. Yeah, that's why. Because their vibration is higher than yours. I would say that most of the people who watch my channel, you're about average. Just maybe some of you are a little bit above average. Average and below, because you're still struggling. Your life is not the way you want it to be. If you take a look at your life right now and it is not the way you like it, of course you're unhappy. You have to be careful of what you self-talk to yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you communicate inside your head. When you say bad stuff, you're pouring bad stuff into your mind. When you pour bad stuff into your mind, it changes your vibration. When you become very negative, you attract negative things in your life. You actually turn your aura or your vibration on repel. Confident people are very positive. Negative people are very down, slow. They will talk slow. They will feel all bummed out. Just stuff like that. If you have depression problems, you might try taking vitamin D. Okay? Check your vitamin D levels with a doctor. I just found out mine today was only at 11, and the minimum I could have was 40. That's the very minimum. So I'm going on like this emergency vitamin D thing for 2 weeks. But vitamin D is known to cure people who are bummed out. The real word is depressed. But if you're really slow and depressed, you might try upping your vitamin D. Unfortunately, because of the low levels of sunlight in some areas, especially if you're African American, you definitely need to increase your vitamin D or sunlight activity. Okay. When you are confident, you do vibrate at a higher level. Now look at the dating niche that we're in. Are people who come here examples of the negative repel or the highly confident people that attract? Okay, so now that you've figured that one easy one out, what happens when you give these negative repel people, these boyfriend destroyers and these openers, and you arm them up with these things? They're still on negative repel vibration, because remember, many women feel your vibration when you step over to them. If they're not looking at your physical looks, they go by what you feel when you get around them. That's the second way to attract women if you're not overly handsome, by the way. Okay, little hint there. So what happens when they send these poor bastards out into the streets to do some sarging, which is a negative thing in itself? You got to go out and sarge. And their vibration is low. They get around these high vibrating females who are very confident in themselves. And then there are these little ants trying to neg hit a hot chick. What do you think happens? Exactly. Failure. It's important that you become aware of whether you are neutral or extreme negative. The extreme negative people are now gathering together in different little factions on the internet under a certain, I don't want to name the names. You know what groups I'm talking about. They all gather together because they have issues they haven't worked out themselves, and they're very negative to be around. If you know what's going on within their groups, you're on the fringe of it. That means you have it within you as well, because you're actually going to see what they're talking about. Something in what they're saying is vibrating within you. That's what attracts you to them. I spend no time, zero time around these fringe groups, which I will leave nameless because I don't want to get trolled. Zero. Actually, not zero, because sometimes people will give me videos and I'll check it out. But that's it. I don't seek them out. I don't go to where they go. In the Black community, a lot of weak Black males, they will go and watch a guy named Tommy Sotomayor. Then they will defend him to me. They're so low down, they can't really see it, that they're actually one of them. Those weak males out there that's vibrating low. That's why they gravitate to those videos. They'll say, well, what he talks about is actually true. He's actually on the Tyreek Coon train. The two of them got some beef. But I listened to a couple of his videos, not the whole things. I didn't last. I knew what he was about. I saw the negativity. I don't go to negative people to absorb more negativity. Negative people go to negative people to absorb more negativity. That's why they're set on repelling, and they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea why their life is like this. They have no idea why they're struggling out there, constantly getting rejection after rejection. Now, if you're really negative, you might find a little negative girl to be with. There's some chick that I was. They had some beef with me for a little bit, so I told her she looked like a fish out of water. She's in the snakes. Anyway, she's, so a woman's in the snakes, and her screen name was something about darkness and evil snake thing or something. And she's obviously a negative person. So if you're negative, hey, get a negative type chick. The goth chick, they're negative. They're dark and negative. I actually don't think Night Shroud belongs there, because he's actually become more positive. Sorry, Night Shroud, I don't think you belong there. Otherwise, you would be within that group, happily gothing out. You want to put on the attributes of one and go around them to try to fit in, but that's actually not. I don't think that's really your group. You might actually go for the lavender or the violet children, if they have groups besides goth. But anyway, you can find a little goth chick who's all negative and with safety pins in her lips and shit. Two of you can neg each other out, sit in a dark room and eat dark pies and whatever. I don't know. But one thing you don't want is to try to go for a positive chick that's in the light. You don't mix. Her vibration's up there, yours down there. She's not going to like you. So how do you get out of this? Let me go give you guys, not to blow his view. Yeah, fuck, you find the video yourself. One thing the guy who did the video, he went out, well, he actually hooked the people into the video really good. He hooked guys into it. Because he went out and did a poll on what women found attractive in men besides looks. The number one thing they said was confidence. And then they went into how he feels, his vibration. And he tied that into when you quit jacking off, a lot of guys realize that they begin to attract more women. That's because your sexual energy is built up in your body. Okay? That sexual energy will attract women. You guys who are negative, you jack off a lot because you're not getting women. So as I said when I talked about when I was in high school. Remember I talked about that shit? One time I did it 13 times in one day. And then I quit. And I noticed that the girls I liked started liking me back. I talked about that in my past shows and on my site. So anyway, you can build your sexual energy up by stop jacking off. You notice how the nerds create that weak, no fat word so that to kind of take the disgust off, jacking off, whacking off. Let's call it what it is. You jack off. You know, you get some porn. Some of you guys get some Kleenex and some Vaseline or some lotion, and you go to town on yourself. That's what the majority of you guys are doing. Actually, all of you guys, just about, are doing. You spank the monkey, man. Kind of disgusting, but you're doing it. Hey, I did it too. In fact, I may go back and do it again next week. Now that I think about it, it's been a while. No, just kidding. Anyway, when you stop jacking off, your energy does build up. And I noticed that back then I call it my psychic energy. I could feel it. Because I was learning to use energy, learning to channel energy, stuff like that in high school. I was doing all these exercises, shit like that. Never mind all that. Most guys don't believe that shit. Don't worry about it. It's above your head, above your pay grade. So, hold on. You're a fat bastard. Fat cat. I look at the way that cat walks in the back and just kind of struts. Irritates me. I want to take my foot and help him along. Getting back on point. So your sexual energy, when you stop jacking off, it becomes a psychic energy. It's like a psychic energy that you give off. It changes your vibration. Women notice they can feel you. Okay. The way to change your auric vibration is to get out of the negativity. Okay. Start becoming more positive. Nitro, I know what you're going to type. You're going to say that you work on yourself and that you're almost done. We got to go higher, buddy. Just get you to average. Average will get you what my buddy Craig experienced. Like I said, people didn't remember him. That's average. That's why when you walk into the room, nobody looks at you. That's average. You want to go into attract. That means you want to develop high self-esteem. Confidence, as the guy that put out that video used to hook people into going to buying his some kind of inner game thing going on. I saw right away what he's doing. Okay, he's got a hook here. Okay, he's hooking him with what girls talk about. And it reminded me of when I was in high school. I'm not rambling. I'm making a point. When I was in high school, the Scientology was getting started. And I want to check it out. I went down there, and right away they used girls to hook me. And I knew what the guy was doing. Because remember, I woke up in the 9th grade. I became really super self-aware of what was going on. I learned to read and see through people in the 9th grade. From movie A Clockwork Orange, that I've said many, many times before, but there's always new viewers. A movie called A Clockwork Orange. The words "sheep thought I" went off like a bomb on my head because I had been It's like the Matrix, and I knew something was wrong with people. And I realized, damn, people are sheep. I knew something wrong with people out there. You know, what's so fucked about people? I couldn't put my finger on it. And I realized people are sheep. And to illustrate this point, I'm not rambling, but I'm illustrating the point. Look at the Trump supporters. Look at the Trump supporters. That's good example of the sheeple in people out there. How the sheep, like his wife plagiarized Obama's speech, or her speechwriter did. And she said she graduated from college. She quit her first fucking year. She had the looks. She landed him. She's rich for life. She used her looks. You know, those women tend to be what we call hoes. Okay. Trump's wife is a high-class hoe. They market themselves to the rich men. In the black community back in my days, it was the Gibbons. Was it the Gibbons daughters, Jovina? They were dating all the athletes and shit. Wasn't that their name? The Gibbons family?
I don't know.
Anyway, these sisters, they had long hair and they were pretty, and they market themselves to the athletes. Gibbons, I don't know. But that's what they do. Okay? So, example of sheep are the people that see that, know that she lied. Okay? Know that she lied. I mean, his wife lied. Okay? About her college. And she tried to lie about her speech. And the truth came out, and they were shifting the blame to her speechwriter, which probably did deliberately sabotage her, I don't know, but you still will overlook that. Like the people in the last election, they overlooked the fact that Mormons are not Christians. Christians don't believe that God's a man, lives on a planet called Kolob. That's a cult shit. That's white supremacist cult. But they were willing to accept it because he was a handsome white man going up against that mulatto, that black motherfucker. So they sheeple out. That's an example of sheep. We are sheep. Way too many sheeple out there, fellas. And I'm not going to talk anymore about sheep. Okay? So we got to deal with sheep. When you want to change your vibration, you want to build your self-esteem, your confidence up. I'm going to end with that note on this subject. I can talk forever about it, but that's the tool right there. Stop talking badly to yourself. Okay? The fellow that put out the video did a good job. He segued into his stuff, but he did a good job of hooking with the whole confidence thing and vibration. Women do feel your vibration. Yeah. So when you walk the room, nobody notices you. Your vibration is just average. So you have a long ways to go to get to the top. I went through it. Look at the bookshelf behind you. Those are only some of the books in my office. 2 other bookshelves in my garage. Boxes, shitload of boxes. I did a lot of fucking work on myself. Even to the point of metaphysics. Zulu shamanism. Battling dark forces. You are psychic. Way to the light. Apprentice to power. Your own power. Infinite mind. Mind magic. The light worker. Life colors. Psychic vampires. In other books. Creative visualization. Everything talks to me. I can't see all the titles anymore. The Psychic Energy Workbook. You guys know that I'm trained in Reiki for healing because I came from a metaphysical type of thing. And that's where I should have went to instead of work with you guys. But I enjoyed the props I got for teaching the guys how to get laid. So let's go on to some comments today. Fuck that. Let's get to some comments. Let's see. How do I get to comments? On the topic of metaphysics, one of my clients, she's recovering from cancer, her second bout. And she gave me these sheets of paper with meditations and prayers on them. And she wanted me to record them because she likes my voice. And said I should do that for a living. Got me thinking about it again. Kevin Femi, what's the best way to start a business in terms of funding and capital? I'm a bootstrapper, so I really couldn't advise you on that. Okay, I like to bootstrap. That's how I did my businesses. My first business, my training business, one of my women bought all my equipment to get started with. Internet business, I did it with this. Jordan Sosa. Does anyone know where to go to send a message to Player Supreme? Yeah, you just did it. You sent me a message. What do you want to say? Jordan? Also, I believe we talked recently. I think you had a consultation or something. Abdul. Guys, I need your help. It's been a week since my coffee date, and I want to escalate, but I have not been able to find a time to hang out with her. She works during the day, and we both have tests and finals this week and next week. Okay, Abdul? These kind of questions that I actually hate, Abdul, because you're expecting guys to solve your personal problem. It's your schedule. Okay? What do you expect us to do? We don't even know your schedule. I hate these kind of questions, Abdul. Guys have written me asking, saying, I live at home with my mom. She does too. What can we do? How can we fuck? You dumbass some bitch, you figured out what I want to say to him, but I haven't really said that yet. But Abdul, man, come on. We don't know your schedule, her schedule. What do you expect us to do? That's something that you got to figure out. You either want to fuck or you don't want to fuck. Either she wants to fuck you or she doesn't want to fuck you. If you do want to fuck each other, you'll find the time. There are 24 hours in a day. You're not busy all 24 hours. Cut down some of your sleep hours and fuck for an hour. And fuck that. Just fuck for 30 minutes. How's that? Can you find 30 minutes in your time? I'm sure you can, brother. Find 30 minutes at a time where you can match and let's just knock it out. Go knock one out. Kartig. If you don't want to start a business, become self-employed EU stock trader. Look at other fields, preferably location independent, and be able to live anywhere in the world. That's what's so good about starting an internet business, is you can use a laptop. And that's where I'm headed. My goal is to close up my training business and do all my training online. I just haven't figured out if I want to do personal training or sell one of my ab workouts or my workout programs. I'm always taking classes. Always trying to learn. This guy named Ben Atkins, I'm taking this class, and I just learned something today on how to sell that. Well, you want to sell yourself first when you're on Facebook trying to sell. You really don't want to use, like, I have a fan page called Ab something or another. I'm not gonna give you guys a name to it, but it's called Ab something or another. And instead it should be my name. And he explained why, and it really makes sense. There's a fan page, but I'm not gonna do that. I already have this, my fan page already has like 3,000 likes on it. People are following it. They're sharing what I'm doing. I'm ready to start to sell something. Either sell my personal training services or to sell the ab workout program that I put out for you guys. I've changed that. I'm in the process of changing it now. So if you go back in there, you'll see that there's actually 2 months. Month 1 is your adaptation. Those are all the ab workouts that I did with Jovina earlier. So I've got, you build up to get the bomb ass workout that I put out there. A lot of guys, they had never done ab work and they were dying. So I realized, maybe we should work them up to that super ab workout program. That's 30 days. What I've learned about, getting 6-pack abs is you want to actually do the different portions of abs separately. Lower abs one day, okay, upper abs another day, obliques the third day, or mix it up however you want to. It's best to start with your lower abs, then obliques, then upper abs, because when you do both, when you do lower abs, your upper abs get some kind of work out of it. When you do your obliques, a lot of the exercises work the upper abs too. So do your upper abs third. Now in my program, I actually have it reversed because a lot of guys I knew they were starting from square one. Let's get the upper abs and then lower abs, and lower abs are real hard. They'll fry you out. Go away, says the media is not the problem. The problem is that the BLM took money from George Soros. They're not. They're not his bitch now, their brother. You must got that off Fox News. Do not watch Fox News. Again, do not watch Fox News if you want real news. Okay? Fox News already has you programmed like a sheeple to believe that there's some kind of terrorist organization. People who are terrorist type try to infiltrate the organization. You don't hear them yelling out, kill the police anymore, like when they did in Ferguson. Those were the militant people trying to infiltrate it. Go away. I want to ask you a question. How hard is it to accept the ideology of stop killing unarmed blacks? Is that too hard for you to accept? Stop killing unarmed blacks at a rate of 5 times that of white males. Is that too hard to accept? Or just a simple fact of stop killing us when we're unarmed? If you take a white man in who's waving a gun at you, and I saw a video of a white man with a hatchet. Now, some they shoot down, but hey, 5 times the rate for me and my people. So is it too hard to accept the message of stop killing us? Is that too hard for you to accept? Let me know by leaving a message, okay? Michael Nolan has a good comment of a therapist, a marriage therapist, I guess. I put up a video also under Last Player Supreme show. Watch the video. Night Shroud. I'll watch Hakeem's videos because I'm not a typical white guy. Who's Hakeem? Night Shroud, I don't know who Hakeem is. He sounds like a black dude though. Yeah, at least trim it downstairs because again, he says, I would hate to eat bush, LOL. I talked about, for your crotch hairs, some of you guys might want to, trim down a little bit. Trim down the bush, the wild growth, You ain't got to put a little heart, design a little heart down there. Just cut some of that hair back a little bit. I always ask Jovina weird-ass questions about her past that I really shouldn't ask. You ever seen someone with a big-ass bush, Jovina? That's the weird kind of shit I always ask her.
No, I mean, not really. The average bush, I guess.
Yeah, I really don't know. I just was thinking in my head just now.
Oh, okay.
Ace Ortiz. I'm not going to lie, but voodoo stuff scares the crap out of me. That's because of my upbringing at the same time. I can't say I believe Christianity is the best either way. Everything has its faults. Well, you're raised Catholic. You're also African descent. And you were programmed by the media and by white supremacy to be afraid of voodoo, which uses energy. If you watch the current Pele movie, I found on solarmovie.ph. I didn't know that Pele was tapped into something that the Africans called Chinga. It was called Chinga. And that's what Brazilian BJJ or what is, no, sorry. Damn, my mind is fading. The Brazilian black folks martial art stemmed out of capoeira, which is a form of energy manipulation. His father taught him with fruit. He learned to develop the sensitivity and the connection and the use of his energy. Totally cool movie. Watch it, Ace. I've given it to quite a few people. But you were programmed to think that way. It scared the shit out of the Europeans. That's why they didn't want us beating on drums in this country. Okay? That's why when we switched to pots and pans, they took those away. And of course, you know, we Africans developed tap dancing. In case you white folks didn't know that. We developed tap dancing. This is just about all the other music genres out there. Country also, in case you had any doubts. Michael Knowles, the majority of the nice guy persona comes from the anxiety. You meant to say anxiety, I think, based disorder. That's what Dr. Glow talks about. Okay, if you want more information, fellas, he has a good long post. Ace Ortiz, why don't we have Black Panthers together with Black Lives Matter? Do the Black Panthers no longer exist today? They do exist. There's new versions of them. They're not like they used to be. They went through different stages. After the government broke them up, the government created the Bloods and the Crips. Okay, just so in case you didn't know that. And they sicked the Bloods and Crips on our own community, obviously. But they came out of that, the breakup of the Black Panthers. Notice that the Bloods, Crips, notice how they hate each other and they destroy the Black community. They don't realize that they've been programmed as well, like tools. James Hudson, that's fine to be. See, I took offense to him saying that's fine, like he's giving me permission to be against Fox News. It's actually, if you're a decent human being and you're an awakened human being, the combination of the two, because an awakened human being is a decent human being, because when you wake up, you see the truth. You realize that Fox News is full of shit. Their purpose, and just like the government in the past, they used the Irish to sick the Irish on black folks. And Irish know to get their, no offense to Michael Nolan, but in this country, the Irish were treated like shit. They weren't considered white. They were considered trash. There were signs that said no Irish, just like no N words, and they had the no JAP word. I never seen a sign that said no Chinese though, but I'm sure there was ones that existed. Yeah, the Irish, in order to get their white card to be accepted, they did what they were told, which was harass black people. They were on the police force, you guys recall. If you look at the old black and whites, notice how the cops always had the Irish accent. Yeah. They became the soldiers, okay? Fox News, Hannity, and of course, O'Reilly, they are Irish. They are the Irish pit bulls of the media. Again, they are the tools. If you are an awakened individual, you will know that and see that truth, no matter what color you are. you got to ask yourself, why do so many people not like Fox News? Why do a lot of minorities do not like Fox News? What are they doing? Then you look at how they programmed these two and taught them some tricks, like the pin trick. Pretend like there's a pin. Hold the pin to make it look like you are an authority figure. That's a trick, okay? That's a trick that they use, in case you don't know anything about that. So they're sitting there using tricks to appear like the authority. The real authority doesn't need tricks. Truth does not need tricks. Only tricksters need tricks. Do you not understand? Those of you who have doubts in your mind right now, wake up to the truth. Truth is. That's all it is. It doesn't need anything. And unfortunately, as I didn't want to go back into, but Americans are sheep. People across the world are sheep, but Americans, we are super sheeple. We're nothing but sheep. We believe everything that comes out of Fox News' mouth. And they're very good at misconstruing the truth. Like they know how to break things apart and make it seem like black on black crime. Like every town has black on black. White crime is way higher. White on white crime is way higher than black on black crime. I've checked the stats, as every one of you guys should do, to wake up to the truth, whether you're white, black, Asian, Latino. We should know only the truth. When we come together in the truth, then we find fellowship. We find common understanding. But when you're like he's trying to suggest, I'm a lazy person. If you're a lazy person, have no skills, of course, you want Bernie and those other haters. I disagree with you. Okay? That's your criteria, James Hudson. And I find offense to it also. Lexman, most whites are barely realizing Fox News is a bad news organization. Minorities and socially aware whites figured that out long ago. Socially aware, that's a form of awareness. These people will become socially aware. How about we become awakened to the whole thing? Start looking at the whole thing. It's all a game. God, even the whole fucking parties are nothing but a fucking game. If we don't have opposites, then we wake up to the truth. That's what they gave us. For us Democrats, we see the Republicans as evil. For the Republicans, they see the Democrats as evil. It's all a game. They're both evil. The liberals are just racist as the conservatives. Supreme, I'm glad you dyed your facial hair for the last show. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like when she does that. Would like to see that woman video at, oh yeah, I gave him how to find it. Books for a Better Life. When's your book coming out? I don't have a book coming out. That's why I asked him, what book? He asked again, when's your book coming out? I said, which book? I've said which book twice. He goes, I believe you mentioned you're writing a book. What happened? Oh, I was reading from a book that I wrote many years ago on charisma. Sold it for a while, then I took it off the market. I know you have a few products. Go visit my store. Feel free to email me at, I've been watching you for 4 years. Yeah, I've seen your name. And it would be a pleasure to have you come on to the show. I think I sent you a message back saying, okay. Yeah, I did. I think you're the fella. You had one guy fill in for you at one time. I watched some of that guy's shows. I think I explained either in an email or maybe a video that Books for a Better Life. that I'm a little leery of going on shows. I can trust you, but I went on a show put out by the guy that owns the School of Dating a long time ago, and it was a nightmare. We were friends before that, but one of his students came to my site. He learned how to get a girlfriend, went back and told him that he learned how to get a girl from my site. He got mad and started putting down what I was teaching. So I went on the show to ask him about that. You know, if someone who I think is a friend of mine is gonna talk some shit about me, I'm gonna go confront you. I was just talking to one of my students yesterday. You know, I'm in a little beef with some female on another, using a different screen name, another video. Some white chick, I said looked like a fish out of water. You know, big bulbous eyes and lips, like she had a stroke in her mouth. I was trying to talk some shit. So I blew her ass up. And she still tried to talk shit. So I blew her ass up again. It was just fun. It's fun for me. And then some dude tried to come in the restaurant. I blew his ass up. And then I muted the post. I told him you guys are boring. You guys ain't got nothing to contribute. You can't debate. She tried to say she had a degree in biology and something else. And I explained that I doubt that. At first I doubted it was a woman. And I said, I doubt that you're even a woman, but I doubt you have a degree because you don't know anything. You're saying you don't know anything about DNA. I explained the whole the genetics genome project. But anyway, getting back, sorry, I do tend to ramble. I'll remind myself every time I tend to go off on these little tangent things. I'm trying to correct that now. Books for Life, I started with the story of why I don't like going on shows. I went on there to confront Steve the Dean, and he muted my mic. It made it look like he was dominating me, and I didn't know what to say. And I'm yelling, put me the fuck back on. That's some bitch assness. That's some cowardly shit. So I organized a debate, an official debate between my site and his site. He wouldn't debate me. He let one of his knuckleheads called Kid Flash debate me. And I won. So I creamed him. I've done debate before, official debate in college. The topic was the validity of eye contact in the game. They tried to come in and attack me personally, and I went to the subject hand, and I won. Okay? So the day after the debate, Kid tried to call my number and pretend like I'm sure he was recording it, and he was calling to get the parameters of what the debate was like, because he lost so badly. I'm sure that he wanted to try to cover up like I didn't give him what the debate was about. And I played the recording for an attorney that was in the room, and I documented everything. So I didn't like the underhanded shit. I'm sure you're a decent person. I've been on Frank Kermit's show. He's a good man too. Frank Kermit's a nice man, and I like Frank. So give a shout out to Frank Kermit up in Toronto. He does relationship counseling. So anyway, I said that I'm a little leery, but I'd be willing to come on your show if you have a list of questions. That's the way you're supposed to do it in actual radio. They send you a list of questions to ask. I graduated from National Broadcasting School, so I can actually get a job in the radio. That's the way it's supposed to work. If you have a list of questions, so that I can prepare. But if you don't, I'm still willing to come on the show, okay? Because I can answer, whatever questions you want to ask me. All right? Just let me know. Don't send a message on here. Just type a comment under this video. In fact, I'll look for it. Got mad at Money in the Bank. My bad, dog. What happened to your old shows, he says. I think your videos from 2009 were the best. And back in 2009, I just put up content. I didn't talk to you guys. And I took a little offense to that. Let me know if you guys actually like these shows where I talk to you. Okay? If you don't like the shows where I'm trying to talk to you and answer your questions, I will never do another one. If I get 10 people say that they don't like it, I'll stop. If I get 10 people, okay, well, let me explain the whole thing. If 10 people more than those that like it, okay, that's an obvious dislike. So if you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know, okay? If there's 10 more than those that do like it, I will stop right away. I will never talk to you guys again. All right? And you thank Money in the Bank for that. Quadro 6. BLM is a movement led by lesbian, gay, feminists. I was actually disappointed when I learned that when they first came out. And I didn't like them. I didn't like the BLM movement. And I was prejudiced against the founders. I don't like the things they do, but I do understand the fucking message. Okay? I do get it. I'm so sick of motherfuckers always taking it back to the things that they do, but they ignore the message. My question is, are you getting the fucking message though? Fuck what Fox News said about them being a terrorist organization because they haven't planted one fucking bomb. They haven't shot one fucking person. Although they may try to link these recent shooters to them, which, by the way, the last shooter went on video because he knew what Fox would do. And there's a video on his channel, which I actually downloaded, disavowing any connection to any group. He said, no, not with the American Muslims. No, I'm not with the BLM. He said, I'm not with anybody. I'm just with me. You know, Fox News, to show you what liars they truly are, I'm sure, because I don't watch them, they have tried to link them to different organizations. If you're one of the people that think Fox News is good, have they done that? Leave me a message on this channel and I will upload the fellow's video for you. And I believe it's on this particular computer. Let's see. I almost deleted them. Baton Rouge shooter. Yeah. Gavin Long talks about Houston killings. Gavin Long leaked video.
What it do? You know, it's Cosmo right here. Reporting live from Houston.
Okay. Somewhere I've got his video. Don't worry. It's here somewhere. Ah, yes. I am not affiliated. Listen.
Oh, and this is very important. I wanted to let y'all know, because if anything happened with me, because I'm an alpha male, I stand up, I stand firm, and I stand for mine till the end, to the last day of
Listen.
in this flesh. But I'm not the flesh. I'm not the body. I have a body. But I just want to let y'all know, don't affiliate me with nothing. I'm not affiliated with the Black Business School, even though I might promote their business or something like that, or any of my friends, any other association, those are just associations. I'm not affiliated with it. Yeah, I was also a Nation of Islam member. I'm not affiliated with it. Don't affiliate me with the money team. Something happened, they be like, well, yeah, with Floyd Mayweather. No, don't affiliate me with nothing. Black Business School, I was a Christian. I was in Africa. Don't try to say, oh, he was Africa, he was this and that. No. They try to put you with ISIS or some other terrorist group or anything. No.
So he knew what Fox would do. Okay? Now my question to you guys who are Fox News people. Have they done that? If they have, that means they've lied to you again. That means you are one of the sheeple. It must feel good to your brain to get lied to. Your ability to thumb up and thumb down will not be allowed in this video because I know how some of you weak motherfuckers are. They'll sneak in a feminine thumb down instead of open your mouth and say something. Man up and stand up and talk your piece. Or say what you got to say. Don't bitch out like a bitch. Peace.